Okay. All right. So I hope this isn't gonna be too rambly or too off the rails because this is completely unscripted. I am not looking at anything right now, but I'm seeing a lot of new Bryan players, or like new Tekken players in general, and they're struggling with understanding how to counter hit the opponent because Bryan relies on counter hit a lot, right? So what they're doing is they're just like throwing out these like counter hit moves. They're just hoping their opponent runs into him. They're just like spamming 3+4. There's a counter hit launcher, right? I'll just do this. It's a counter hit launcher. There's a counter hit launcher. This is a counter hit launcher. With this, if you're just like throwing a hitbox out for the sake of throwing a hitbox, your opponent won't feel threatened, you know? Because you're not like mixing it up. You're just like hoping they run into this. So what you want to do is that you're trying to create a situation where you want to make your opponent come into you. Pause. But you want to make your opponent approach you, and that's how you score a counter hit. You're trying to force your opponent to play into your hand, right? And a lot of understanding how to do this comes from knowing the use case for Bryan's moves, right? So I'll give an example. Or 3+4. It's really long range, and generally this is also like the range you want to play Bryan at. Like if I just throw out my 3+4, like that, and it whiffs. Okay, I was too far. You want to play it like the tip range of 3+4, like that, or maybe like this, around this range. So I'm gonna like pause it and show you like what the range is, and that's like a rough idea of where to play Bryan.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Let's look for moves that aid me in landing a counter hit 3+4. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking down 4. So why down 4? Let's look at this move. It's really fast. It's a low, so it can be very annoying to deal with. It's neutral on hit, and look at that pushback. That pushback on hit is kind of crazy. So you can play keep out with this move, like low key. You just do this, push your opponent back. I'm trying to gain a life lead, and I'm forcing my opponent to want to approach me. That's already a condition that you can like create to let counter hit 3+4 work, because you're trying to like set up a situation where you have the life lead. You're pissing this guy off with down 4. You want them to run into this. Right? That's just an example. The other one that I see is like down 4-2-3. So down 4-2-3. First off, down 4-2 by itself, it's -6, right? Sometimes your opponent is like scared of the 3 extension because they know it exists, right? Your opponent is scared of the 3 extensions, so they won't press against you. So what a lot of Bryan players do, they're just gonna spam this over and over. They're like, oh, when am I gonna do the 3? When am I gonna do the 3? Think of it this way: if you're just doing this, no, you need to create a situation where respecting the down forward 2 will make your opponent take damage. So what I'm thinking, right? And Ty already made a video on this. I'll link it in the description. You can do down forward 2 into a low, right? You can do this. You can like poke your opponent with this if you know that they're respecting. It's like, please mash into me, mash into me. You're not taking your frames. I'm just doing this for free. Mash into me. And the moment they mash into you, that's when you can like let this rip. So yeah, those are just like 2 examples. But in general, what you want to be doing with Bryan is that you want to like poke your opponent, and every time you poke your opponent, you're not just poking them for the sake of like throwing a move out. You want to know how they react, and how they react will tell you about what your next move could be. You don't do your move just to do your move. You do your move to see their move, right? So yeah, it's just a quick short video just to like help you understand how you're supposed to poke with Bryan, because I know he doesn't have like the best frame data on his pokes. He's still safe though. And I think it'll also help you like learn how to poke in Tekken like in general. So yeah.